What's up, Exotica TV Nation? I know everybody's been going crazy. Welcome to our little show here, day God knows what of fucking quarantine. And you know what the good news is? Finally, there's going to be some sports shit to fucking talk about here because, there's been nothing. I've been watching the Ocho on ESPN. I think I saw the Cornhole Championships this past weekend. And God, I can't even remember what else. I think there was some esports. But welcome to our first XTV World of Sports here with our NFL Draft Preview. I am joined by our first guest, my co-host. You might know him if you've ever been to an Exotica show as Box Office Rob. He's also an associate producer of Pooh, the Derrick Rose Story. He's a former producer over at Stadium Sports Network. And VSiN out there in Vegas, Rob Tucka.
Hey, Dan. Well, hey, thanks for that introduction, man. I feel like a VIP now, just like how it always is over at Exotica. 3-day VIPs, man. Come on up, get your 3-day VIPs for me. 1-day VIP. You guys know how it is.
And before we bring in our very special third co-host here, a special guest, let's just talk about this. So, look, I don't want to brag or anything, but we had the Exotica Fantasy Football League for a few years there. Came in second once, which is kind of like kissing your sister kind of thing. But, when I came in the very last year we did it, I was the champion. But you never came in last. Our main producer, Mr. Handy, because if you came in last, you had to get a fucking tattoo.
That's what scared me. That's why I didn't want to be in the league, man. I'm fresh and clean. Like, I nothing to worry about there. I was too afraid to get something.
So, Tita, Cupcake du Jour, lost the first year. She actually got a cool tattoo. Jay's wasn't that bad. It was Calvin and Hobbes, I think, and whichever one, Calvin or Hobbes, I don't know which one of those fuckers it was. And then Teddy Typo got the last one. He got like a Grateful Dead bear or some shit with it. There's Jay's tattoo.
Sweet, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that was it. So, you know what? People don't want to look at our ugly mugs. They want to look at, hot chicks and stuff like that. So let's bring in our co-host, the lovely, her, Jesus. She's been, feature dancing in a bunch of porn. She is probably next to me, maybe, but probably the most rabid Giants fan out there. The one and only Richelle Ryan. What's up, Richelle?
Hey, guys.
What's going on, Richelle?
How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good.
So we're basically a little bit more than 20 hours away from the draft when everybody sees this thing. Things are going fast and furious, going on it. I mean, I know when we get to pick 4, we'll be talking about our Giants, our New York Football Giants, and who the hell they're going to take. But they're saying that this year's draft is as deep as they come for. There's like you could rival like 1983 with the quarterbacks. There's a bunch of good quarterback prospects out there, a bunch of great receivers. Speaking of receivers, Richelle, how do you feel about Odell leaving the Giants there? Because you once said that you would do anything to keep him in New York. Anything.
I'm actually kind of happy that he's on the Browns. I thought Odell was just kind of a cancer, and especially now with Eli retiring, and now we have Daniel Jones as our quarterback. I mean, could you imagine Odell in the huddle with Daniel Jones, kind of like a rookie quarterback? Like, oh my gosh, that's just a disaster, I feel like. So, and Odell had a terrible season, like the past 2 seasons, I feel like. So he's a cancer. The Browns can have him. Have fun with that, Baker.
So now he wouldn't even get a hand job or a blowy. You would just like, goodbye, good riddance.
I'm pretty convinced. I don't think Odell is really into chicks.
That's not the first time I've heard that one.
Yeah.
Well, especially the way that he and Eli kind of embrace each other in that kind of video, with the whole the Super Bowl video a couple years.
Yeah, the Dirty Dancing thing or whatever it was,
which was awesome. And then
that was great.
But there's a bunch of receivers. I mean, we got Ruggs and Jesus. I mean, you name it. I mean, there's a bunch of guys in here. CeeDee Lamb,
Jerry Jeudy's another one.
Jerry Jeudy's another one, and it's super, super deep draft too for offensive linemen. So especially tackles, there's a bunch of great guys out there, bunch of edge rushers. So it's going to be an interesting draft to see what happens. But let's just get down to it, man. I mean, the first pick, Bengals, perennial losers. I mean, I think everybody's got them taking the same shit. I mean, I've got Joe Burrow from LSU, quarterback, coming. I mean, what do you guys got?
Same with you, Dan. I got Joe Burrow, the Heisman Trophy winner. Cincinnati, their owner, Mike Brown, just loves Heisman Trophy winners and the quarterback. So he feels this is the guy, big time improvement, 16 touchdowns with 5 interceptions, all the way to 60 touchdowns, 6 interceptions from year to year. This guy, I mean, look at what he did last year with Joe Brady calling the plays out in LSU. He's obviously the number one selection and probably one of the best quarterbacks we're seeing coming into the draft of all time. I mean, his season last year was
all
second
time?
to none. After what he did last year, 60 touchdown passes, second to none, man.
Dispensary still open in Vegas all time? Seriously?
All time, man. All time college football.
By the way, we got to make
better. Oh yeah, we're doing bet on this.
We got to make a side bet here. Maybe it won't be tattoos or whatever, but we're going to make a side bet to see who gets most of these picks right between me and you.
Oh, I got it marked down.
When the draft is with the draft tomorrow night, we're going to keep track of this shit and we'll see. Maybe we'll do a recap.
Dude, don't worry.
I'm going to keep track of it.
Don't worry, you're gonna get the trash talk. You're gonna get the trash talk from me the entire time, Dan. Like, oh, that's one for me, none for you. Come on, let's keep it going.
Richelle Rochambeau, she kicks the loser in the balls.
Poor Joe Burrow, though. Wasn't there something that he came out saying he was refused to go to the Bengals? Like he was. I remember it was like earlier this season. He came out saying that.
Yeah, he was
pressure on that kid.
Well, who wants to go to anywhere in Ohio, really?
Right? I mean, the pressure is on him. Like, our team is trash. Now you have to come in and fix it all for that extra money. I would rather go 10th in the draft.
Well, maybe he's trying to take a page out of Eli's playbook because, going back when Eli was drafted, everybody seems to forget Eli was drafted 1 overall by the Chargers, and his dad and Eli said, "We are not playing for you," and they took him anyway, and then they basically just had to give him up for to the Giants at 4 that year.
Yep.
So, this could be a little bit. So, all right. So we both got Burrow over there. I mean, I agree with it. I mean, they need a quarterback. Dalton's gone, probably, most likely. He's going to be traded.
He's a redheaded stepchild.
He looks like the joke. He looks like the Joker. He kind of does, but he's kind of out there. He's out of there. They need a quarterback, and they feel, Tua's coming back from injury. Herbert's, just they don't know what the hell's going to, with that, really. So, I mean, we got Burrow there. 2, everybody's pretty much got the same thing, unless some miracle happens,
right? And
the Redskins decide to trade it. The Redskins are sitting at 2. Chase Young, I think you got the same thing there, Rob.
He's the best player in the draft to me. I mean, there's a guy, just you feel bad for him when he got suspended because he bought his girlfriend a trip, so he took a loan out or whatever it was, but. This guy's high character guy, awesome guy. He's just going to fit in well with what Ron Rivera does over with the Redskins.
Now, granted, he's from Ohio State and from Columbus, one of our favorite cities here at Exotica. But the guy's 6'4", 264. I mean, he ran a 4.6 or something in the combine.
He was a freak athlete. I mean, you look at him and you're just like, damn, how could a guy that big move that fast?
Yeah, he's a generational talent there. I mean, much like one of your little crushes there, Nick Bosa.
Oh, love Nick Bosa.
So I've heard.
Former teammates at Ohio State.
Yeah, they were.
Right?
There. But he took it. I mean, he had. He only played 12 games this year in college. His last year, and 16 and a half sacks in that. I mean, it's just crazy. But everybody's saying that he's potential gold jacket in the NFL. So, we'll see what happens there. I mean, you guys agree? I mean, that's a no-brainer there.
Oh, absolutely.
And I kind of hate it because, the Giants are going to be looking at this guy for the next 10 or 12 years. But
yep.
You just hope Nate Solder or whoever they take, even in this draft, could they actually block him?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Daniel Jones will just run around him.
Let's hope he can move.
Yeah, right. Third pick. I think we both agree here too, Rob.
Another Ohio State guy.
Another Ohio State, a cornerback. Now, again, hopefully the Giants aren't stupid and take another cornerback from Ohio State like Eli Apple a few years ago in the top 10. But
what a disaster.
Fucking awful. But luckily we'd have a different GM. But we both have Jeff Okudah.
Yep, that's the guy.
Sitting there. And, again, he's on the big board. I mean, he's a consensus 3rd best player in the draft. decent size for a corner, 6'1", 205. He's quick. He's got great recovery skills. He can also play the run a little bit too. But I mean, look, I mean, the Lions need a fucking, some help in their secondary.
Right, traded away Darius Slay, so now they need someone to go in there, step in. 3 interceptions, 9 passes defended. He was All-American last year, All Big Ten. This is one of the best cornerbacks going. And actually, if he's selected third, he'll actually be like one of the highest cornerbacks ever taken in the NFL draft. So, I mean, this guy's got to be all that. And now you're going also into a division with Aaron Rodgers and Kirk Cousins. Got to be able to defend those receivers out there, especially Adam Thielen and Devontae Adams with the Packers. Yeah, even though I'm a Bears fan, I don't even worry about because we just suck quarterback wise and wide receiver wise. Actually, Allen Robinson's good. You just got to have someone throw him the fucking ball.
Come on, you got Trubisky.
What are you talking? Nick Foles, man, that's the guy now.
That's right. You guys got Big Dick Nick.
Yeah.
What have you heard, Richelle? I mean, because you seem to have an ear on all this shit. Is he really Big Dick Nick?
I do. When he was with the Eagles, I kind of steered away from that one. So. Rumor has it, though.
So let me ask you this. I mean, let's just say, who your favorite player? Let's say Saquon's your favorite player ever, because you are rocking a Saquon jersey, right?
Yeah.
Saquon ends up on either the Cowboys or the Eagles.
Ooh.
And you run into him somewhere, and he's just macking on you, he wants him some Richelle Ryan. What happens there? He's on the Eagles.
Oh, that's enemy territory. He would totally get the cold shoulder. I don't play that. I'm loyal to my team. I'm very loyal.
And we scope out the Giant fans in the business. I mean, you're a Giants fan. Alexis Texas is a Giants fan.
She is?
Yeah.
No, I think she's a Cowboys fan.
No, she is a Giants fan. I am positive of this. Yep. Sarah Vandella.
Sarah Vandella, I know is
a big Giants fan. I'm trying to think who else that we know.
I mean, I know some of the guys like Seth Gamble, Brad Knight, they're all Giants fans, because we'll have some banter and stuff throughout the season.
Shawn Michaels is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And that. So, but now we're getting to the 4th pick.
Okay.
The New York Football Giants are on the clock.
I'm hoping, to be honest, we trade down for a little draft capital.
So
that actually be a good move.
Gettleman's never traded down, though, I don't think. Dave Gettleman, the GM for the Giants?
I don't think so.
No.
When he was on with the Panthers and everything. So everybody's pretty much so look, there's 2 things that can happen here. There's some people actually who was I reading today? Somebody said that the Giants should go quarterback again, which
that was Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson said it. That's Jedi mind trick shit, fucking cowboy shit. But
yeah.
But I mean, they're saying that. I mean, he doesn't think that Daniel Jones is the man. Everybody, pretty much crucified Gettleman last year for taking Jones at so high at 6. They crucified him for taking Saquon the year before too.
I mean, that's the New York fan base, though. We're a tough fan base. I mean, we're gonna, that's just how we are.
But so there's 2 schools of thought here. Do you go O-line or do you go D?
I mean, I would go against the grain. I like Isaiah Simmons from Clemson. I do too. I think he's the real X factor. I mean, the kid can play just all over the damn field. I mean, that's just, I don't know. That's just what I'm feeling.
Is this because you think he's cute and want to fuck him? Or?
No. You know what? I don't as much as I like athletes, I want to actually see the Giants kind of creep into the playoffs this year. So I don't care who's cute or whatnot.
I mean, we're just giving you
the playoffs.
I love just giving you a hard time because Richelle, if you could get into a hot tub with the Giants before a big game. Because last time you got last time you did that, Utah State won by the New Mexico Bowl by 39 points.
I gave him a good pep talk.
That's what it was.
I wouldn't distract the Giants.
It's the motivation. But all right, so I mean, look, I love Simmons too. I mean, he's a beast.
Yeah.
I think we all agree, but everybody calls him the Swiss Army knife from Clemson. But I think the Giants are going offensive tackle here. Nate Solder, has kind of been a bust, even though he's, what is he, 6'9" or something like that, and 300 something pounds at left tackle. But he had a rough year last year with, but a lot of people said too, his kid was sick and maybe his mind was on that because he was always, he always kept Tom Brady's jersey clean. His jersey, not Tom Brady, because he's a dirty player. But anyway, they think that they need help over there. And, so this is where we start to differ, I think, Mr. Taka. So I got them taking Jedrick Willis out of Alabama.
You do, and that's actually a really good pick because, I mean, all these offensive tackles are deep. They're just like really, really like not much separating all of them. And it'd actually be a good pick because Gettleman, I mean, coming from a big school and someone like, Willis, who's blocked for Tua, and anybody else, like all their running backs from Alabama. But
you also got to, not to cut you off, but you also got to remember that Joe Judge is, a byproduct of Saban.
Right.
So maybe he knows something out of Bama there too. But
that's always huge because if whoever you just take, hey, what about this guy? And that's a really good reason to go with him. I went with Tristan Wirfs, the offensive tackle from Iowa, just because you're coming out of the Big Ten, bad weather. They run the ball a lot, especially over at Iowa. And Iowa, I mean, they give you some of the better offensive linemen in the NFL. So I was like, man, I got to go with Wirfs because even Saquon's the guy. Even though Daniel Jones is the quarterback, Saquon's the guy. You just want to hand him the ball. And
I mean, what do you think of Andrew Thomas though from Georgia?
I don't think he's up there. He's a good player, and like we said, this draft
played
is
both
deep.
right and left tackle and started 42 games.
Yeah. True. And you got Mekhi Becton from Louisville, who's like a freaking monster. He's like 6'7", 330.
Yeah.
He's a beast over there. But what they're saying is those guys aren't really as versed for the pass right now. They're more run blockers. Whoever it is probably going to start at right tackle. Look,
I think what they do with Nate Soldier.
Yeah, and as Giant fans, look, we're hoping Gettleman trades down and gets here because it is a deep draft, and you can grab any one of these guys, and look, I also you want that sexy pick of the guy of like Isaiah Simmons, but I think we're going offensive lineman. So I got Willis, you've got Wirfs, who do you like, Richelle? You got Simmons there?
Yeah, he's the X factor. Simmons? Yeah,
right.
I don't think they are, but that's who I would like to see the Giants grab.
But now, I mean, it's let's hope go Big Blue, and we're moving on. Let's hope they trade down a little bit and don't blow this pick, please don't blow this pick.
I say Giants need a lot. Yeah, trade down, get draft picks, and Gettleman's background scouting. Yeah, go with it. Try to just rebuild the team.
Yeah,
but we'll see what happens. But we're keeping our little draft boards here for not to get too complex. Rob and I are keeping it where we're not doing any trades really here. But now you got the Dolphins sitting at 5, and a lot of people are saying that there's rumors floating around the NFL today that they're looking to trade up to maybe instead of QB, which they desperately need, going offensive linemen. So that could really screw up a lot of things. But if they stay at 5, I got them going quarterback. I got them taking Justin Herbert from Oregon, the quarterback from Oregon, and you got Rob
quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. They tanked for Tua, man. This is the first of 3 picks. That's what it's all about. They tanked for Tua.
Lefty quarterback, coming off of, what did he blow his Achilles or his knee? No, it was a hip pointer.
He broke his hip. Yeah,
like Bo Jackson shit happened to him.
Yeah, he broke his hip, and that was pretty scary because that was just with a few games left in the season. So, and people were worried then, okay, is this what would be smart for him to stay at Alabama, come out? He decided to come out, and it really, everything that they showed, because like Trent Dilfer was working out with them, and he's like just throwing the ball like no problem, looks healthy. I'm not a Tua fan. We talked about this, Dan. I mean, if I was my favorite quarterback in this draft is Justin Herbert. And if Miami takes Herbert, I applaud that because, I mean, they need a quarterback. Josh Rosen sucks.
Well, look, their Dolphins line is trash.
Yes.
We know that. They took their best lineman who, they basically fell into their lap a couple of years ago because he got caught smoking weed through a gas mask.
And that's the thing. If you want to go to a specific team, man, post videos of you like wearing a gas mask and shit. And that way, hey, it's like, okay, he's a bad guy. But no, man, I told you I was going to do this. So just take me here now. It's at a discount too.
And that's what's going on with Becton. I mean, they thought he might go higher too, but his test just got flagged or something for possible weed or something. But look, you got Tua's 6 foot 220. He's like that Russell Wilson, size wise type of quarterback. Baker Mayfield, like one of those guys. Herbert, man, 6'6", almost 240 pounds. I mean, the guy's a freaking monster. Yep. Huge arm, but they say, look, his decision making might be a little bit suspect. Tua's a little bit more seasoned there, but he is coming off a bad injury. Richelle, you think the Dolphins go quarterback here?
Oh, God, who knows? They need help, though.
They need help everywhere.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
But Kansas City fans love them more than anything. So for knocking out the Patriots or knocking them down and then getting like our friends, Phoenix Marie and Dick Rod, longtime suffering Chiefs fans. They're super happy. So they're also Dolphin fans. Following up with them. So at the 6th pick, the Chargers are sitting there. The Los Angeles Chargers. I think they're supposed to move into their new stadium this year, but who the fuck knows what's going to happen with that?
Right. Yeah, right.
But I got to going there because they need a quarterback because obviously Phillip Rivers is gone for greener pastures.
Well, he's Indianapolis. There's nothing better about being in Indianapolis compared to LA.
Yeah, especially he already went from San Diego to smongy LA, so
right.
And we all know how I feel about LA. So but I got Tua going there. We just talked about him. Richelle, and you got Rob, you got Herbert going there, right?
Yep, that's what I thought would be the third quarterback, so he'd just fall right into the Chargers' lap.
All right, and what do you think, Richelle? You think the Chargers, they also go quarterback here?
I mean, if Tua's still on the board, do you think the Dolphins would take him?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the. I think they go quarterback. Either they're taking Tua or Herbert. I mean, one of those two. Whichever way they go.
Right.
I know, like I'll say the coach in LA, Anthony Lynn, he's like all about Tyrod Taylor, but it's like, man, you can't sell a fan base in LA where nobody actually goes to watch the Chargers and
nobody
be like,
goes to the games.
Yeah, it's like, why am I going to want like we want Justin Herbert, we want Tua, we want someone that we know that we can actually cheer for, So yeah, you got to make the sexy pick in this one more than the actual good pick.
Well, new stadium, they got to sell tickets, and you don't sell tickets with Tyrod Taylor or an offensive lineman. So
right. I
think they do have to go there. Pick the Carolina Panthers are sitting there now. Look, I mean, they got Kyle Allen as the starter. It looks like.
Over in Washington, they Teddy Bridgewater.
Right, they did. Teddy Bridgewater's over there. That's right. Jesus, but you got Cam Newton's going for somewhere. Who knows where? But they need Luke Kuechly just retired. Their main defensive guy. I mean, they need a lot of help on defense. Their defense is pretty trash. I got them taking, unfortunately, another guy that, unfortunately, the Giants, I would love to see the Giants get, but I mean, they're pretty stacked at defensive line. I got them taking Derek Brown, defensive tackle out of Auburn. I mean, he's a beast at 6'5", 326, clogs the middle. He just gets in the backfield, disrupts shit. He could take over a game. I love the guy. Again, if the Giants had like 20 picks in the first round,
right?
Yeah, he would be great. But they got Dexter Lawrence over there. But I think they go to tackle because they need some help there. What do you got, Rob?
I'm actually going with kind of a little reach curveball, Jerry Jeudy, the wide receiver out of Alabama. You look, Joe Brady's coming over from LSU. Bridgewater needs some people to throw to. You do have Christian McCaffrey. You do have DJ Moore. Greg Olson's not there. He's out in, I think it was Seattle now. So you got to just have some weapons for Teddy Bridgewater. And, Jerry Jeudy, probably the best pro prospect out of all of them in this entire draft. Just got to have some toys out there to play with.
Yeah. What did he run? A sub 4 340, I think, didn't he?
I got a 4.45 40. Henry Ruggs was the one who ran that.
Ruggs was the one who smashed it.
Yeah, but and he comes from the pro style system. He may have had different offensive coordinators at Alabama in the past couple of years. Brian Dabble, who's up in Buffalo now, is the offensive coordinator, and last year they had Steve Sarkisian. So everything that he has, he's geared for an NFL system already.
So if you were down there in Carolina, and they got the new coach there, Matt Rule, out of Baylor, and he's, he's I think he's a defensive guy more, but what would you go down there, Richelle? Would you go offense or defense if you were in Carolina?
Defense.
Defense wins championships, man.
Yeah, absolutely. You're wearing his jersey right there.
Fucking LT. Hell yeah.
That's
right.
About
defense, man, you can't really see it, but I got number 90 from the Bears, Julius Peppers, so one of the great Carolina Panthers of all time. So, yeah, you talk about defense.
And, you're a homer, too, so you got your Plunkett shit in the background. But
hey, when you move to Vegas, man, you got to be a Raider fan all the way.
I still can't believe that. But and we could talk about the Raiders a little bit because
they're coming up here, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not down. But I mean, you think, is that stadium, I mean, you guys are out there. I mean, is that stadium even close to done?
Oh, yes, it's near finished. Yeah, go ahead, Richelle. Yeah.
I actually drove by it last night and they had it all lit up. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. I mean, it's all
gorgeous.
And I like how you have T-Mobile Arena across from it. And then you have the Allegiant Stadium. It's gold and black. So it just looks really cool when you go drive down I-15. It's just like, this is like the coolest thing ever. Yeah.
So the hockey team is gold and black and the Raiders are silver and black.
Yep.
So do you think what the hell is the hockey team out there? Jesus, the Golden Knights?
Golden Knights.
Yeah.
Well, did they just change their name to the Silver Knights or the Platinum Knights?
Well, they should have been. It would have been awesome. Both are silver and black. It would have been perfect. Change the colors of the city. And this is Silver State. It would have worked well.
I agree.
We'll see what the hell happens there. Speaking of the Raiders, while we're on the subject, I saw a little thing on the gossip sites the other day, Richelle. What have you been up to? You're supposed to be quarantined. I saw you're running around with, speaking of defense, Max Crosby. I mean, what's going on there? You going to give us an exclusive here? Come on.
Max and I are just friends. That's it.
So let me ask you, I mean, does this because you've been linked up with, some people over the years and stuff like that. When, and you always hear about the NFL security and stuff. And, there was some stuff back in the day with Gronk, and I forgot what adult star it was with Gronk's partying. Jesus.
BB Jones?
Yes, from Digital Playground. Yeah. I mean, is it always okay, I really like you, but, we got to keep this on the DL because, I'm going to my contract or is that an unspoken rule kind of shit?
I think it's on how serious you're going to get. I mean, Max and I are just friends. We hung out and stuff. So that was kind of it. But I heard he did get in a little bit of trouble hanging out with me. So.
And you're completely, you're.
I'm pretty normal, I think.
You are,
but it's just who I am is why they get in trouble. So
look,
I get it.
I'm not gonna throw any other stars under the bus, but I mean, look, there's people out there if I'm a GM or the commissioner and I hear, and I'm not gonna throw any names under the bus, but so and so is hanging out with Susie Big Tits. Susie Big Tits has a big fucking reputation on herself. I mean, I'll get worried. Richelle Ryan, nah.
Yeah.
Well, same thing happened with Jimmy Garoppolo a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah. That's
Jimmy
right.
GQ? Who was Jimmy GQ smashing, supposedly, allegedly?
Kiara Mia, I think it was.
I think, yes. Yeah.
That one was all over TMZ, and then she's on there saying everything she touches turns to gold, and then there you go, 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But they lost.
Yeah.
All right, so I got Derek Brown going defense. You got them going Jerry Jeudy, Alabama, wide receiver offense. We disagree there. We'll see who's right, probably me. Anyway, moving on. And also, a lot of people are saying the Panthers are going to trade down. Possibly they're looking for partners to trade down, and so is this next team. And my boy Mike from Bad Dragon, he's a long-suffering Cardinals fan. Yep. But the Cardinals are sitting at 8. They're also being rumored to possibly trade down. But I've got them going. They took Kyler Murray 1 overall last year, showed a little bit of promise in some games not so much, but he needs some protection there. So I got them going. I got Tristan Wirfs from Iowa going here to the Cardinals at offensive tackle. Rob, who do you got?
Yeah, I got Jedrick Willis. It's kind of like that little flip there where we had who would have, one tackle at one team and one at the other. So we just kind of trade off there. Really going to help Arizona in any which way because they got DeAndre Hopkins over in Arizona now. So Kyler Murray has his little toys to play with, to throw to. He just needs someone to block for him. He was getting a an ass whooping out there last year. It just felt like every time he's dropping back, he was getting hit no matter what.
I mean, what do you think, Richelle? I mean, again, if you're a Cardinals fan, which God help, anybody who's a Cardinals fan,
Right.
They're begging Kurt Warner to come back, or, freaking Jake the Snake or somebody, I don't know who the hell is coming back. But I mean, do you think, the Cardinals, they need help on all sides. I mean, would you go to protect your franchise quarterback? Probably.
Absolutely. Without a doubt.
Yeah. What do you think of Kyler Murray? I mean, what do you guys think of him? I mean, I think personally from his rookie campaign, I wasn't impressed. Actually, I saw from what I saw, I thought, and again, I might be a homer here, but I think Daniel Jones, like overall, I think just looked more like an NFL quarterback.
Absolutely. I mean, Daniel Jones, he's just a Eli clone. That's what I think. I mean, which is great for us. I mean, I didn't like him, but then when I saw him get out there, I mean, I was pretty impressed with him. So I think we're going to see a big season from him this year.
Right. Kyler Murray, like you guys were saying, like system quarterback drafted by the coach who tried to recruit him to Texas Tech. So Daniel Jones looked a whole lot better than Kyler Murray last year, especially coming from David Cutcliffe's offense to what Mike Shula and Pat Shurmur were running. Now he's going to be in an even better offense with what the Giants have brought in with Jason Garrett. I mean, I know you're excited, Dan, about Jason Garrett running the Giant offense.
Look, Cowboy, and I'll tell a funny story about the Giants real quick and the Cowboys. So one of my neighbors is, I live in New Jersey, and obviously, 20 minutes, not even from MetLife Stadium. One of my neighbors works for the Giants in the front office. So,
Nice.
she'll get us tickets every once in a while. So one time she got us tickets. My girlfriend and I went over. They were playing the Cowboys. And, we're sitting there. We're on the field before the game, and they always put you on the visitor side. So they were playing Dallas. And, here comes Jerry Jones walking along there. And, he just like walks past me, walks past my girlfriend, stops, turns around, looks at my girlfriend, backs up, comes walking back to her, and starts talking to her, and me standing right fucking there. I mean, listen, and I'm like looking at this guy with his giant fucking choppers, in the wind, and he's like talking to her like, "Oh, you're a Giants fan, oh, this and that." She has no fucking idea who he is. And I'm like, and he puts, are you with her? And he puts out his hand. I refuse to shake his hand. He's just sitting there like this, and I just refuse to shake his hand. I wanted to do the stink palm like out of Mallrats. And give it to him, but I didn't. But anyway, that's my little funny story for that. And so let's see what they do, if they go, if they trade down or not. But moving right along, we got number 9, the Jacksonville Jaguars. God help you if you live in Florida. God help you even more if you live in Jacksonville. But I got Isaiah Simmons going there, the Swiss Army knife out of Clemson, the linebacker. Or safety or whatever the hell he's going to play. Right. You got who do you got, Rob? You got Derek Brown, I think, right?
Yeah, I had Derek Brown falling to them. They just need everything on defense. They suck so fucking bad. Like you said, God help anyone who's a Jaguars fan. They just are one of the worst teams in football, and I wouldn't be shocked. I think you can go bet at some casinos 0-16 this year already for them.
Really? Well, they got their quarterback is speaking of rookie quarterbacks last year, they got Gardner Minshew, the Joe Dirt of NFL quarterbacks. I mean, that guy's like, I don't know what the hell he, with his like, booty shorts and his fucking porn stash. I mean,
if he was the bandana too, like tied up like the dude from the South.
Does he look like somebody out of a porn movie to you, Richelle?
Of course he does.
Like NFL,
he is like the Joe Dirt, though.
NFL wise, I think you said one time that if you were going to be any co-star or something, even though he was a Patriot, I mean, is this that you wanted to perform with him, or you just think you would make a good porn star? Is Gronk?
Oh, I love Gronkowski. Oh my gosh!
Even though he's on the Patriots or was on the Patriots, I gotta
say. What shocking news! I saw CNN broke that. I was like, wow, this is huge. But yeah, I love Gronkowski. I love him. I have a great Gronk story if I can share it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I met him at the SB Awards. It was probably like 4 or 5 years ago because it's always right around my birthday. And I was at an after party and he was there, and he just like, he's so big and like just tall and just big dude. And he's like all hovering over me. And he was like, "You got some fat tits." And I was like, thanks. And so him and like three of like the rookie like wide receivers, they like crowd around me and like sing me happy birthday. And like I was with two of my girlfriends who just are not into sports. I don't even know why they went. And I was just like, why aren't you guys like filming this? Like, this is just magical right here. I have three of the Patriots singing me happy birthday. And I should have like, hit on Gronk, but I didn't. I was too nervous.
Did you throw in there that you were a Giants fan?
Oh yeah, he saw my tattoo and everything. He was like, I can overlook that. Like even like Max Crosby was trying to convert me to be a Raiders fan. I was like, there is no way, bro. Like I'm ride or die Giants.
I forget, where is the tattoo?
It's right on my ankle.
Okay, so I was gonna say flash it, but that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, it's nowhere fun.
Unfortunately, we can't, here on Exotica TV, we're trying to be a serious sports program here. We're trying not to show boobs or, sure, we could say fuck, shit, cunt, piss, motherfucker, all that cocksucker, all that stuff, but we can't do that. So those cocksucking Patriots, I don't like. So anyway,
I don't like her.
And so we got Jags going. We both got Jags going D. They need help. They need help everywhere, but we got them going D. So we'll leave it at that. And rounding out our for top 10 picks here right now, moving right along, we go to the Cleveland Browns, the purgatory of the NFL, the place where all players go to die,
pretty much,
and not win any championships. I got them going offensive line to protect their little bitch quarterback, Baker Mayfield, and and so he could maybe throw the ball to crybaby Odell. But I got them taking Mekhi Becton.
The words out of my mouth.
Yeah, I mean, they need somebody. Look, I don't care the guy smokes weed. God bless him if he does and he can get away with it and still get drafted. But, but I mean, I got them taking the big guy out of Louisville. Again, he's like 6'6", 330 pounds. I'm sorry, Jesus, 330 pounds. He's 370 pounds, 6'7". They say he's got to work on his pass blocking a lot. He can move people in the run game. They got some decent running backs there, but I got them going O-line. What do you got, Rob?
Yeah, I got Isaiah Simmons, the Swiss Army knife linebacker, 4.39 40 speed. Just someone who's going to go sideline to sideline for the Browns. They need a lot of help on defense outside of Myles Garrett. Linebacker-wise, they don't have a whole lot. So that's why it's like, all right, Isaiah Simmons, second best defensive player, maybe third best defensive player in the draft. If he's to fall to 10, it would just be a luxury for the Browns. We're saying earlier about trades, like I said, you can't predict any of that shit. But where the Panthers are at, like if Cleveland needed to trade up, man, this would be a great pick for them. But like you said, Mekhi Becton, man, they're Chubb, the running back for the Browns.
Kareem Hunt too.
Kareem Hunt, there's another one. Yeah, they are going to need just like as much blocking as possible. So anything to help those guys out too would be beneficial. But I like Isaiah Simmons for the Browns. Put him in there, man. He's the quarterback of the defense. A lot better character person too compared to crybaby Mayfield.
Yeah.
What about you got Myles Garrett who took off his helmet and beat the fuck out of
Mason Rudolph. That was freaking awesome.
That was great.
That's what I want to see in football. It's like on Happy Gilmore. Hey, I'm the only guy to take off my skate and try to stab somebody with it.
Well, it's like what do you call it? Like Gronk or whatever. Gronk went in the WWE. Like fucking Myles Garrett did it for real. By the way, is Gronk still sexy even after the WWE?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't like it that he lost all of his football weight, but I mean, he's gonna have to put it back on this season. But okay. I like husky boys.
But you got to remember that Gronk was also on The Masked Singer. What about that?
Oh, he was? Oh, I guess I don't follow Gronk that much.
because he was on The Masked Singer, and I forgot what the hell song he did. Jay's gonna look it up for me, whatever, just to let me know. But
I'm Too Sexy. They did that one. I remember that.
No, I don't. No, it wasn't even that good. I forgot what it was. He really didn't sing. He rapped. I can't remember what it was.
Lord.
Jay's going to look it up. He was like the tiger or something.
Oh, right. The white tiger. He does that all the time on his Instagram.
Yeah, he was the white tiger on Masked Singer. And, look, I'll watch that show because I'm stuck in the fucking house for 30 some odd days with 2 kids. But there's nothing else to watch. But Jesus Christ. I mean, you lose stock there. Jay's like falling back on his Come on, Jay. Come on. Where are you? He can't find it. I can't remember what the hell song it was, but it was pretty. Oh, I think it was Ice Ice Baby or some shit.
I was gonna say that or Good Vibrations because like Marky Mark and that shit because Jenny McCarthy's up there. So
I'm too sexy.
it was I'm too sexy.
Did you want too sexy?
Yes, he did.
Oh my God. So do you still want to fuck him?
Of course.
I'm sorry, but the guy seems like kind of a douche.
Oh, I love him. The douchier, the better.
He seems wildly douchey. Although the time that he spiked the giant Lego head of Steve Harvey was one of the greatest things I ever saw.
Fuck that was awesome.
Because you know why? Because fuck Steve Harvey.
Yes.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
I agree.
Survey says.
Ding ding ding.
All right, so that's our top 10. So yeah, we're moving right along here. And then so I mean that pretty much rounds it out of the top 10. I mean, we've got some other things going. I guess we'll just highlight some of the picks here. You got that other New York team, the Jets. The redheaded stepchild of MetLife Stadium here, sitting here. Everybody's saying that they got to go wide receiver. Rob and I both agree here. CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma. Here. I mean, what do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I'm totally with CeeDee Lamb on this one. He's like just the perfect type of receiver for Adam Gase. Sam Darnold's not. I don't even like Sam Darnold. I'm a USC fan. I don't like Sam Darnold. So it's like, all right, watching the Jets play, it's just like watching paint dry. They need somebody out there. They're one of the best lines ever, Dan. We did our staff meeting in Jersey a couple of years ago, and you're like, okay, here we go. We got Giants are off, and Eagles are off, and the Jets play, but nobody in Jersey cares about the Jets. And I was like, that's kind of like America. Nobody cares about the fucking Jets.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and look at our shows. I mean, at the Exotica shows, which hopefully we're going to see both your smiling faces. Well, your smiling face, big boobs and big booty there, Richelle. But I mean, hopefully we see you guys there. But the one thing at our shows is you never know who's going to show up. And I don't want to throw certain people under the bus, but we've had some legendary Bears show up in Chicago, and Cubs. We've had
WWE wrestler walking there too.
Yeah, we've had
Nice.
WWE wrestlers. We've had we had a giant one time.
Really? Who?
Yeah, we had a DB. I'm not gonna say who.
Oh, okay.
Going back, I mean, it wasn't like a high profile DB.
Yeah.
We've had some Jets show up at the Jersey show. Some in Miami. We've had Dolphins show. We actually did have an Eagle show up one time. I think we charged him though, right? We made him pay.
Good. Make them all pay.
My first response was, okay, you play for the Eagles, and like, what do you do like on the team? Do I ever see you? Like, come on, man. I know you're a millionaire too.
You're on special teams. Come on.
Show me your pro card.
But I mean, we've had all sorts of people show up. So there. So I mean, Jay's showing right now. He's going to be showing the 11 through 20 or whatever from both of us. Real quick, I'll just go through some of my picks real quick right here. I got the Jets going Lamb. I got them taking the next wide receiver out of with the Raiders taking from Alabama. I got them taking Jerry Jeudy. And Rob, I'll let you go through yours in a second. I've got the Niners going Ruggs out of Alabama with the Colts pick that they got. The Bucks, man, I mean, they're going to have to take somebody to protect Brady's little whiny ass now that he's down in Tampa Bay. So I got them going Andrew Thomas out of Georgia at left tackle there. The Broncos, C.J. Henderson out of Florida, the corner. Falcons need some help on the D. They need a good edge rusher. So Chasen out of LSU. Cowboys, fuck those guys too. They need some convicts, but this guy I think is pretty clean. South Carolina defensive tackle. I got Javen Kinlaw. Another Dolphins here from the Steelers pick that they got. I got them going offensive tackle. Also USC Austin Jackson. Raiders, their other one that they got from the Bears for the trade of which I still can't believe they made that trade. But
the team, the Raiders, it was at the time great for the Bears, and everyone's like, this was just a terrible trade for the
Khalil
Bears.
Mack is probably the best player since LT linebacker, but
thank you. You're calling him the next LT. I like it.
No, I didn't call. I said since LT, not the next LT.
LT.
There will never be another LT.
Never.
You know how great LT is, and I will tell you this. Look, I've seen LT again. Being around here, I would go golf course and see him there. The day that the night I was at the game when they retired his jersey.
Oh, so
and
jealous.
he was coked out of his fucking mind, allegedly.
Yeah.
Actually, he said he was freaking coked out of his mind.
Yep.
I saw him in a 7-Eleven in Moonachie, New Jersey, later that night, still wearing his fucking jersey, sweating
Awesome.
like a motherfucker, and it was like 20 below that night.
Oh, shit.
In the middle of a 7-Eleven getting, I don't know if he was getting, I think he got his Slim Jim, a Twinkie, and like a pizza Sandito or something. I mean, it was at a Yoo-hoo. I mean, it was like crazy shit.
That's
But my
fabulous.
daughter was born on February 4th. My daughter's first name is Lindsay, L. My daughter's middle name is Taylor.
That is great.
Nice.
I like that.
I sold it to my ex-wife. I don't know how. To this day, I don't think she ever realized it. She's there like, oh, why, Lindsay. I mean, that taken the L is after my mom who had passed away, but the Taylor, like, she's there like, why do you want that name or whatever? I'm like, I don't know. I think it's just a pretty name for a girl. And and then she happened to be born on his birthday. Like, I was praying she wasn't gonna be born on during the Super Bowl, but so I'm an LT fanatic. I mean, I'm wearing the jersey. Yeah, Richelle and I were saying we got the same actually stat jersey signed by him, hanging up and framed.
Yep.
I got a helmet of his signed. I got freaking.
Oh, nice.
I got a signed picture of him breaking thighs with his leg, signed by both of them.
That's
It's fucking
great. I'm jealous of that. I want that.
It's can't have it. Mine. But I mean, there will never be, Rob, another LT.
Never.
You can throw whatever poor man's LT that's playing for Chicago in his face. You could throw anybody. You could say Isaiah Simmons is going to be another LT or Chase Young's going to be another LT.
Right.
That man changed the fucking way the game is played. So anyway, the Bears, I got them taking Terrell out of Clemson, cornerback, and the 20th pick, the Jags that they got from the Rams for Jesus, help me here. They got
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, for Jalen Ramsey. I got them going an edge rusher actually out of Penn State, Gross Matos. I got them going pretty high with him. So that's my 11 through 20. Rob, what do you got 11 through 20?
11 were the same with that. Like we said, CD Lamb from Oklahoma. 12, the Raiders, they need a receiver. Henry Ruggs III. Very, very much a typical Raider style wide receiver. Like we talked earlier, that sub 4.3 40. This guy who can just blow right by people, 4.27. You don't know who's going to be the quarterback of the Raiders too. Is it Derek Carr? Is it Marcus Mariota? Even though Mariota is more of a Gruden type. So they just need someone to throw to. 13, the 49ers. A.J. Terrell, the cornerback from Clemson, he's sort of like the same size as Richard Sherman, and Richard Sherman's not getting any younger. So you kind of have to look at, okay, this is what we're going to need later on. And plus, they need a receiver, but all the ones at that point are gone. But there are those rumors that 49ers are looking to trade back. Buccaneers, I went with Mekhi Becton. Someone that like Bruce Arians likes, someone he can, if you tested positive for something or you have a diluted sample, that's okay. I mean, it's Bruce Arians. He'll brought on the Honey Badger, man. He brought in Robert Condici after that dude smoked the synthetic weed and jumped out of the hotel window. So, there's a guy, Bruce Arians isn't afraid to take anybody who may test positive for something. Broncos, C.J. Henderson, the cornerback of Florida. They made the trade for AJ Bouye from the Jaguars, but they still need someone else to line up out there. And he's the style of cornerback that Vic Fangio runs and Ed Donatel, because after seeing that with the Bears, right now their other cornerback was the nickelback for the Bears. I can't even remember his name right now. It's how obsolete he is.
Pritchard.
I liked him, and I feel bad that he's somewhere now. He's not on the Bears anymore. They decided to let him go.
I don't think he's been signed by anybody.
No.
Former
If
Giant.
he played a Monday night game,
I got to
was
wear
going to get
his
an
Super
interception.
Bowl ring at the ESPYs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That guy was just a nice guy.
He was a weirdo. He actually showed up to one of my dance gigs when I was in Phoenix, Arizona. And he was sitting in the parking lot. And I was like, come in the club. I'm here working. I can't go out in the parking lot to see you. And he kept messaging me on Snapchat, because obviously it deletes. And I guess he didn't want to have any text thread and stuff. And I was like, dude, I'm not going out in the parking lot and hanging out with you. If you want to see me, come in the goddamn club, jackass. These fucking football guys, stupid.
Hey, at a strip club, my bachelor party, and Jay's going to interject which one. I just thought I'd save him the trouble. But anyway, my bachelor party, my man Gabe, who actually is, Gabe, he's actually, he works for us sometimes. He's actually recovering from the Rona right now.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he didn't get it bad. But we were there, and we were fucking hammered. We were at this place, AJ's, in Jay's favorite town, Secaucus, New Jersey. And we were fucking hammered. We go in there, and fucking OJ Anderson's in there.
Nice.
Otis Anderson, and we're just like partying with him, and he's just like hanging. He's not really drinking or anything. But we found him in the men's room. We go in there, and Gabe actually pissed on his leg by accident. I think. He's there. He like turns around. He's like, "Oh, OJ! Oh shit!"
Oh man.
So then we had to buy the guy beers all the time. But anyway,
fabulous.
That's our thing. And then, so who else rounding out your top 20, Rob?
Number 16, Kalevan Chiazon, I think is how you pronounce it. The edge rusher from LSU. Javon Kinlaw, defensive tackle out of South Carolina to the Cowboys. Justin Jefferson, because if you got Tua, you got to throw to someone, and that's why out of LSU, the wide receiver, Justin Jefferson to the Dolphins. Raiders still there at 19 from the Bears. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker from Oklahoma. Just even though they signed Nick Kwiatkowski, just got to have someone out there who can lead your defense for the next 5, 6, 7 years. And then same guy with Jacksonville, Yetur Gross-Matos, the edge rusher from Penn State. Keep saying, man, Jaguars suck. They need someone. They need defense. And because you look at their one defensive end who's actually on Twitter right now fighting with the owner of the Jaguars' son about trade me now. Like, I want to get traded. And for some reason, Tony Khan is actually responding to it, saying, like, this isn't helping you by being out here. Like, we want a first-round pick for you. Nobody's offering it.
Dude, that guy looks like he should be the owner of the Jaguars, Khan. He looks like he should be a ringmaster.
Oh, that guy's cool as shit,
he's got that
though.
He's got that crazy mustache. I mean, he's just like this nutty guy. So,
oh yeah.
All right, that's it. And then just because I know we're starting to run short on time here, but we've got Jay's got up there. He's got put up right now 21 through 32, and just to highlight a few of the ones that I got here, I've got again I got Jefferson though going to the Vikings because Cousins needs somebody to throw to there for sure. Now that they got rid of Diggs and he went to Buffalo, so they need another receiver out there. I got the Patriots, sitting at 23, looking for Tom Brady's replacement now. I mean, they need somebody. I got Jordan Love going there out of Utah State, your favorite college team there, Richelle.
Yes.
Was he actually, was he there?
No.
He wasn't a hot tubber?
No, nope. I know he wasn't in the hot tub.
He wasn't in the hot tub time machine? They say he has the biggest hands in the draft, right?
Oh, fabulous.
What is that? What does big feet and big hands mean?
Ooh, it really doesn't equal out, to be honest. I've tried testing that one out.
big gloves, big shoes.
Big shoes doesn't always mean big package.
Well, there I go, fucking size 15. But anyway, shooting my shit. The jig is up.
The jig is up.
I got the Saints going edge rusher, Apenza out of Iowa, and DeAndre Swift finally he's my first running back to go, going to the Dolphins out of Georgia. They need some help there. I also got the Ravens going Jonathan Taylor running back. I don't know if they really need with Ingram, but they might want somebody else there. Ingram's getting a little bit up there in years. And then rounding it out, I mean, this guy to me is like one of the most, two of these guys at 31-32, the Niners and the Chiefs. Patrick Queen, linebacker at LSU, I think is a really super underrated linebacker. And also, it's not really a sexy pick, but for the Chiefs on the line, Cesar Ruiz. This guy, he's a center probably out of Michigan. They're going to put him at center. He's a guard, but the guy's 6'3", 307, power, athletic as fuck. He's going to be, he's smart, great in pass protection, great run blocker. So I got him going at 32. Rob, your highlights in the bottom third?
Main one is going to kind of shock people. The Patriots pass on Jordan Love or a quarterback because they can get one like the second round, or maybe they like Jarrett Stidham, who they drafted last year out of Auburn. But I got Jordan Love going to the Saints because Drew Brees can't play forever. I mean, he's only a year older or a year younger than Tom Brady, but it's like, Sean Payton, I don't like you because you've cost me a lot of money for over the past few years. But it's like, you gotta know that
Giant coach.
Oh, he's such a I fucking hate him so much. Can't cover the spread whenever you need him to against bad teams. But Drew Brees can't play forever, man. So you got to go with someone. Jordan Love and Taysom Hill's not that guy. And then just because the Patriots, like the way I looked at it, going with Andrew Thomas, if he does fall, I can't see that happening. But it's like Bill Belichick always goes with the guy who's the best player available. Last year when the Patriots took N'Keal Harry in the first round, that's the first time Belichick has taken a wide receiver in the first round, and the first time since 1996. So they're not going to be going for a lot of different skill players there. And then I'm big with 3 running backs at the very end. J.K. Dobbins is the one that stands out for me with the Chiefs. I really liked what he did at Ohio State. Now, the Ohio State, I got friends that went there, so I got to say it that way. But yeah, when he's been given the rock, he's been able to carry the load on his own. And you never really have to do that with Andy Reid. I do like your Ruiz pick with the Chiefs because that's an Andy Reid style pick. He goes offensive line almost all the time. That won't shock me there if he goes with him. Then my other one that I like, DeAndre Swift, like we said, both with Miami. Got it with that in this draft alone, quarterback, wide receiver, running back. You got your triplets.
Richelle, I mean, what are you looking forward to most tomorrow night of the draft?
I mean, I was looking forward to it being in Vegas, but
oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in Vegas. I don't know. Gosh, I mean, the Giants, like, you know, we need some help. I hope Gettleman doesn't blow this for us.
Yeah, I hope that too. But look, I mean, Gettleman's not going to. He loves. They refer to him as the hog mollies. You know, he likes taking those big guys that, you know, up front in the trenches, either on the offensive or defensive line. Yeah. I mean, look, who knows? He might do something crazy and he might trade back into the first round.
I hope so.
And go somebody, I'm saying, and get somebody like a Ross Blacklock. I mean, the guy's like another, you know, TCU, 6'3", like 300 pounds. I mean, the guy's just a disruptor in the backfield. You know, so he might go something like that.
I also like the Boise State tackle, Ezra Cleveland. I'd like to see us pick him up in round 2.
No, I mean, it's deep. That's why I think the Giants can trade back, and we're not. This is a Giants and draft preview. Fuck the NFL, the rest of the NFL. We don't really care. We don't care about the Bears or the Raiders. So sorry, right. Max Crosby and Rob the Homer, since you live out there now.
Bears don't even have a first round pick. It's like I'm going to sit here and watch and just be like, yep, could have had him. Could have had him.
So just real quick. So going, you know, just wrapping this all up here. I mean, who do you think? What's going to be? What are some things? And I know we're way far away from the season right now, but you know, with everybody shut in and things to look forward to for the season, like Richelle, what do you think the biggest story of the 2020-2021 season is going to be?
Ooh, good.
Provided that they play.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, provided that we actually have NFL and we have football. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I was hoping I was going to get to, like, blow Joe Burrow, like, getting on, like, the boat, like, going to the NFL draft. Like,
but he's a rookie.
Yeah, well, I'd still take him. He's cute. Like, that's a good question. To be honest, I think this whole Gronk and Tom Brady thing at the Bucs, like, I think that's going to be, I mean, that's a big talk right now. I mean, you know, like I said, that's how I found out about it, was CNN broke the news. So I think that's going to be the big talk of the season.
So you think who do you think wins the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, it's way too early to even predict that.
You're not even going to throw a early prediction.
Oh God!
Put me on the spot.
No clue. I mean, like, I could sound like a total chick right now and be like, "Oh, I hope it's my Giants," but the likelihood of that happening is like, I mean, I could probably kick a field goal. That's a little more reasonable right now. A winning field goal.
Well, I don't even know. Put some booty into it, you definitely got it.
Oh, I definitely got that one.
Rob, what do you think the early story is going to be?
Oh, it's Tom Brady in Tampa, just to see how's life, and then even New England, how's life going to be without Tom Brady? I just love listening to all the different bullshit going on in Boston radio where they're freaking out.
Great.
Then everyone's like,
I know people like,
go ahead.
Yeah, our boy Maz is a big time Bucks fan. And,
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, he's probably. I mean, I haven't spoken to him, but he's probably like, you know, stroking one out right now over Gronk and Tom. Look, I never liked Tom Brady. I never will. Never. You know, and then when he goes ahead and trademarks the phrase Tampa Bay and Tampa Brady and Tampa Brady.
I know that.
Dude, he is a douche nozzle with a capital D.
What I want to know is, supposedly he's renting Derek Jeter's house in Tampa. What is he doing in a park? like training. Like, shouldn't his house have like a huge backyard or something? Like, that's what I just think is so crazy with that whole story, and the mayor like fining him, or whatever the case may be.
Fuck that guy. Cheating bastard.
Hey, just,
All right.
you want to be like on Ace Ventura? He can die of gonorrhea and rot in hell.
Ooh.
So that's, everybody loves Tom Brady. The most hated man in NFL history, probably. Unless you're from Boston, then you love him.
Yeah, he's a god in Boston.
Yeah, it was Boston.
Though,
He's a douche here.
Yeah, he is.
So, Richelle, remind everybody. So, I mean, real quick, I mean, what have you been up to? I mean, other than hanging out with us here, talking football.
I'm not too upset about the whole shutdown going on. I mean, I live in Vegas. I think the lockdown's going to get extended till mid-May, but I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying it. My dog now has a stay-at-home dog mom. It's killing me that we have no sports, but just been working on my OnlyFans, holding production meetings with some of my team that helps me with stuff for my OnlyFans, enjoying the nice weather and living life. So let's hope everything gets back to normal soon, and I can get back to feature dancing and going to the EXXXOTICA show in end of July in Chicago, and that'll be my first time there too. I'm actually really excited.
No, they'll love you in Chicago, I'm sure. And we just moved. I don't know if you guys saw. We moved a DC date. Originally, we were supposed to be in June in DC. It's now we can celebrate Hanukkah in the nation's capital.
Oh, look at that.
December 11th through 13th, EXXXOTICA DC, and then we have Miami, September 11th through 13th.
Hey, Dan.
Down in Miami, yeah.
Have we introduced Richelle to one Jeff Caldwell yet?
I don't know. Have you met our head of security, Jeff Caldwell?
We have a little.
We probably shouldn't be using his name. But
we have a little connect. We have Jeff C.
Jeff C.
Well,
Jeff, he hasn't met you yet. I guarantee you, though, Richelle, we will put money on this. We'll put a side bet on this. There's two side bets. My shit comes in. My draft order comes in better than I got more right than Rob did. Second is that Jeff Caldwell, when he meets you, will not leave your side.
Yeah, it's actually going to be a problem. I'm already foreseeing this.
He's X50, but I mean. Yeah, nice. I'll hold that against him, but
I need somebody like that on my team.
Yeah, but I mean, I guarantee you. I mean, you'll love him, except
I just think it's more. Forget about you loving him. I just realize how much he's gonna love her.
Oh, Richelle, and like when you talk to Richelle, like people don't, there's like I first I'm obviously been in the business for a bit. And knew of you, but never really knew you. And then Lisa Ann introduced us in Jersey. So once she told us that, told me that you were a Giants fan. I mean, like right then and there, you and I bonded.
We became friends.
We're buddies now, and it's that. I mean, we'll have to catch a game. I mean, we're in Jersey actually, October 23rd through 25th. I haven't looked at the NFL schedule yet, so hopefully we'll do something. It's like the time when we're talking sports when. The show was around, and earlier in the year, we took a whole bunch of people. Well, we didn't take them. We reserved. We bought the box, but everybody kind of paid their own way. We got a box in the Yankee Stadium for a Yankees game.
Nice.
So, and Lisa actually was there, and Maz was there, and Tegan, and Shawn Michaels, and Mr. Marcus, and Marcy Hirsch from Vivid. I mean, it was just like a whole mess of people just hanging out in a box, and like. A bunch of Yankees alumni came in there during a rain delay, and they wouldn't leave our box.
That's awesome.
Mickey Rivers actually knew who Shawn Michaels and Mr. Marcus were, and he was
I believe it.
He loved them. But yeah, so hopefully maybe we can go get a Giants game in here. So I mean, when was the last time you were at a Giants game?
Gosh, you know what? I didn't even go to a Giants game at all last season. Yeah, I didn't. I was whatever.
And Sapphire, by the way, Sapphire has the best tailgate parties.
Oh, I heard they do. I heard they do.
It's fucking crazy. Like they have a bus there with stripper poles and a huge buffet and
that's DJ fabulous.
And giant TVs. He had like an ice luge and he had bartenders like the Vegas Flair bartenders like flipping shit around.
Wow, nice.
It was fucking crazy, but yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to the season. We're looking forward to a year of EXXXOTICA. Richelle, remind everybody where they can find you online.
Find me on Twitter at Richelle Ryan, Instagram only Richelle Ryan. Both of those accounts are verified, so please don't get catfished and send money to like South Africa or something. And then my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/Richelle Ryan. The only place you can find new content right now, by the way.
And Rob, remind everybody where everybody can find you except for your fucking living room right now.
Well, I'm on Twitter at Rob Tatka. I spell my name with 2 B's, so that one's out there. On Instagram at Robbie Tat. And when you come down into the Exotica show, man, you are not going to miss me. I'm the dude wearing the sports jersey. I've got the backwards hat on, and I'm going to say, come on, let's go. You don't want to be out on the outside. You want to go see all the girls on the inside.
He's also going to say, no, I cannot give you free tickets.
Oh, that's it.
That too.
How else do you think he's selling the tickets? How else do you think how many sports jerseys you got?
Oh, shit. 35, 40?
Oh, that's
Nice.
it. Okay. I thought,
Yeah. Well, they're the expensive kind, man. I'm throwing like $250, $300 down on each one.
they're not the ones you see on Facebook for like, get one for like $9.99.
They made it made in China's now. I actually go like the full 9 yards on it.
Right. So, hey, everybody, tune in. Thanks for joining us tonight. Obviously you'll be seeing the draft tomorrow. Tomorrow night, though, we got a special spotlight episode on EXXXOTICA.tv with the first duo, the married couple of porn, the first couple of porn, Joanna Angel and Small Hands. And hey, join Jay and I every Friday night, 5 o'clock, live for the happy hour-ish, because you never know how long we're going to go. It could be an hour, it could be less, could be more. This week, we're scheduled to have Alexis Texas, Vicky Chase, and some special guests. So, stay tuned for that. Guys, thank you both for joining us here, taking time out of your busy days of watching, your DVR copy of The Bachelor and The Masked Singer. You got to go watch now to see Gronk see I'm Too Sexy.
I have to. I'm going to go YouTube it.
Rob, I'll be calling you tomorrow to rub it in your face that I got more picks than you, right?
Don't worry, it's gonna be a texting contest back and forth. I got one, and you don't.
I've got the sheets. I'm going to be keeping track.
Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah,
We got our judge right there.
Jay, thanks for joining us and running this shit show, because this is definitely above your pay grade. But we actually sounded like we knew what we were talking about. So kudos to us, guys. For and I think we might have to just you guys might have to be our sports team. We could be like like Anchorman. Like what was the guy's name in Anchorman that did all the sports? Champ Bailey. No,
Whammy.
That's a defensive back. Champ, whatever.
Yeah, Champ. I was like, yeah, Champ Bailey. That sounds right. Yeah.
So everybody from us at EXXXOTICA.tv, happy football. Thank God. My prediction, by the way, for the draft tomorrow, it is the highest rated sports program of 2000 after the Super Bowl of this quarter of 2020. Mark my
I believe
word.
it.
Put money on it, because nobody else has anything to do.
Right.
And God knows I can't watch Tiger King anymore or any of that shit. So stay safe, stay sexy. For Exotica TV, peace out.
You're clear.